John Calvin on Psalm 19, verse 8. The statutes of the Lord are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes. The precepts of the Lord are right, giving joy to the heart. The commands of the Lord are radiant, giving light to the eyes. We know how much every man is wedded to himself, and how difficult it is to eradicate from our minds the vain confidence of our own wisdom. It is therefore of great importance that to be well convinced of this truth, that a man's life cannot be ordered aright unless it is framed according to the law of God, and that without this he can only wander in labyrinths and crooked bypaths. David adds that God's precepts give joy to the heart. This implies that there is no other joy true and solid but that which proceeds from a good conscience, and of this we become partakers when we are certainly persuaded that our life is pleasing and acceptable to God. No doubt, the source from which true peace of conscience proceeds is faith, which freely reconciles us to God. But to the saints who serve God with true affection of the heart there arises unspeakable joy also from the knowledge that they do not labor in his service in vain or without hope of recompense, since they have God as the judge and approver of their life. In short, this joy is put in opposition to all the corrupt enticements and pleasures of the world, which are a deadly bait, luring wretched souls to their everlasting destruction. The import of the psalmist's language is, "Those who take delight in committing sin procure for themselves abundant matter of sorrow, but the observance of the law of God, on the contrary, brings a man true joy." In the end of this verse, the psalmist teaches that the commands of the Lord are radiant, giving light to the eyes. By this he gives us tacitly to understand that it is only in the commandments of God that we find the difference between good and evil laid down, and that it is in vain to seek it elsewhere, since whatever men devise of themselves is mere filth and refuse, corrupting the purity of the life. He farther intimates that men, with all their acuteness, are blind and always wander in darkness until they turn their eyes to the light of heavenly doctrine, whence it follows that none are truly wise but those who take God for their conductor and guide, following the path which he points to them, and who are diligently seeking after the peace which he offers and presents by his word.